Okay, Ocean State running here again. We are here for the Dwyer division, the second of 3 meets here at the PCTA Fieldhouse. Coming shortly, we'll have the 3,000 meter run on the track. Right now you can see the long jump. But scheduled for that 3K, Ryan Dwyer of Bishop Hendricken, Josh Breard of Bishop Hendricken, Keegan Tierney of Hendricken, Andrew Frezza of Hendricken, Garrett Daly of Barville, Nicholas Cozzolino of Westerly, Noah Butler or Buhler of Barrington, Finn Myatt of Barrington, and Elliot Lafort of Barrington. Ryan Dwyer holding the top seed, 920.38, but right behind his teammate Josh Breard at 923.88, and Keegan Tierney 928.36. So look for the Hendricken boys to be taking control in this race. And the start of the 3,000 meter run. And right there, Ryan Dwyer and the rest of his teammates, and mixed in Garrett Daly of Barville. About 33 seconds after 200 meters. And that's Ryan Dwyer, followed by teammate Josh Breard, Andrew Frezza, and Keegan Tierney. So Hendricken 1, 2, 3, 4. Garrett Daly right there in 5th. But not surprisingly, Hendricken doing the work up front right now. So about 600 meters in the books, 1:43 for Ryan Dwyer. Followed by Breed, Frezza, and Tierney. And as you know, Hendricken traditionally having a strong distance core, and proving it right here in our first race of the morning in the Dwyer division. So don't forget, we have multiple streams here today. We have one in the weight cage where we have our 2 top competitors, Logan Coles and Tarek O'Hagan. Top 2 throwers in the country, they're in the cage today. We also have a stream for the shot putting right here on the track. So about 3:36 after 1,200 meters for Ryan Dwyer of Hendricken, who is picking up the pace, trying to put some distance on his teammate, Josh Breard. Keegan Tierney right there in third, Andrew Fraser in fourth. So our top four seeds all holding their positions less than a mile into this race. One more lap and we will hit that mile.
Switching back and forth.
Okay, as we've been doing throughout these live streams, we will be switching the camera back and forth to different events like the high jump, the long jump, and back on the track. So Dwyer hitting that mile in the low 450 range. So Ryan Dwyer, our leader from the start, holding that position strong here in the opening 3K, the opening event here in the Dwyer division. Teams in this division include Hendricken, Westerly, Barrington, the Prout School, South Kingstown, Exeter, West Greenwich, Rogers, Woonsocket, and Westerly. So Ryan Dwyer coming in with a seed of 9:20.38. Does look like he will be under that time. So Ryan, a senior, in our second week, so last week, running 4:08.69 for 1,500 meters. That got him third overall, and also was a PR. He also ran 2:43.83 for the 1,000. So now he's running the longest event on the track, the 3,000, and at the gun lap, about 8:36. 8:37 for Ryan Dwyer, so he's going to have a low 9-minute time here for the 3,000, which would be a huge PR for Ryan. 9:20.38 from a division meet last year. So Ryan Dwyer winning our heat here, 9:11.95. Josh Breed, 9:21.67. Andrew Frezza, 9:26.40. And Keegan Tierney, 9:27.21. So Hendricken, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ryan's time right now ranks number 9 in the state. Nicholas Cozzolino of Westerly just finishing 9:51.90. And Garrett Daly, 10:08.05. And as you can see on the bottom right corner, the results are being tabulated. And that's a new feature we've added this week. Getting those results right there on the screen as you're watching the race. So on the track next will be the 4x200. We just have one heat and 3 teams. The Prout School, Bishop Hendricken, and South Kingstown. Hendricken with a 1:36.28 seed time. That is the number 1 time in the state. And it's also 8 seconds faster than the number 2 time in this heat. South Kingstown, 1:44.58. So expect Hendricken to go to work again in the second event on the track, the 4x200 relay. So this week we are at our midway point of our season. Hard to believe. Next week, the Class Championships. Class B and C on Saturday, Class A on Sunday. And just a reminder about tomorrow. Tomorrow we have just 2 races. We're combining all 3 divisions into 2 because of the snowstorm, but it does look like that snowstorm is going to be coming earlier than expected, so we'll keep you posted when we get information as far as if that meet will be held. But right now, it's 2 races, a 12 and 2 o'clock. And here's the only heat of our 4x200. The Proud School, Bishop Hendricken, and South Kingstown. And that's Hendricken right there in front. They're building on their lead considerably on this lap. So Bishop Hendricken taking control in the only heat of the 4x200 and on their way to winning this event with ease. So 1:35.45, Bishop Hendricken improving on their state number 1 time. South Kingstown 1:39.18. We do have some information on tomorrow if the meets are being held. Session 1, which will start at 12 noon, will include all Bayhay Division schools plus East Greenwich, North Kingstown, North Smithfield, Ponteganza, and Smithfield. Session 2, which will start at 2, all Dwyer Division schools plus Cranston East, Cranston West, Lincoln, West Warwick, and Scituate. But again, it looks like that storm will be coming earlier than expected, so we will keep you posted if we get information today whether that meet will be held. But right now, it will be held as 2 meets at 12 and at 2. So next on the track is the 1500. We have 2 heats of the 1500. Scheduled for heat number 1, Colin Blavia of Burrville, Camden Kelly of Westerly, T.J. Bletchman of South Kingstown, Jared Trotter of Johnston, Joseph Murdoch of Westerly, Jordan Frey of Barrington, Lewis Murphy of Rogers, Kyler Sweet of South Kingstown, Joe Richards of South Kingstown, Parker Churnside of Exeter West Greenwich, Henry Cravat of South Kingstown, and Fletcher Hansen of Rogers. Our number 1 seed, Colin Blavia, in lane number 1 from Burrville, 5:04.89. So there we have the high jump.
Any coaches that are coaching girls teams also. Coaches that are coaching girls teams also. Make sure you see Bob today. Girls coaches, make sure you see Bob today.
So our first heat is now underway in the 1500. Again, just 2 heats of this race. We have 12 scheduled starters, and it does look like all of them are in this race. That's Jared Trotter of Johnson out there in front right here at the beginning. So about 35 seconds after 200 meters. So Jared Trotter, and we have Colin Boisvert and Jordan Frey. Boisvert from Burrillville and Frey from Barrington. About 151 after 600 meters. So 2:31 after 800 meters. And that's Jared Trotter, Jordan Frey, and Colin Boisvert. Boisvert in second and Frey in third. Trotter has been doing the pace setting from the beginning, but is not in the comfort zone quite yet. And that's Colin Boisvert moving to the front. And there we have the long jump. That's Hendricken making the attempt. And Barrington's Jordan Frey out in front. About 3:57 after 1200. And with 1 lap remaining, Frey out there in front. the senior from Barrington. And Colin Boivia of Burville right there in second. And Jordan Frey winning that race. 9:58.53, 9:59.98 for Colin Boivia. Oh, 4:58. Sorry about that. 4:58.53, 4:59.98, 5:06.95 for Jared Trotter. But Jordan Frey winning in 4:58.53. Okay, next on the track will be our seeded heat of the 1500. Scheduled in this race, Holden Vaughn of Barrington, Troy Silvestri of Bishop Hendricken, Wilson Jablonski of Bishop Hendricken, Ben Barnes of the Prout School, Aiden Maria of Bishop Hendricken, Dawson Reynolds of Hendricken, Brandon Padad of Barrington, Blake Skikes of the Prout School, Jess Fitzel Jones of the Prout School, Jacob Delicato of Westerly, Andrew Rigo of Barrington, Ryan Martley of Burville, and Ethan Sweet. So 13 scheduled in heat number 2 of 2. And heat number 2 is underway. And that's Holden Vaughn holding that top spot. Wilson Jablonski and Dawson Reynolds of Hendricken. Brandon Pydod, he's in second right behind his teammate Holden Vaughn, but a group of Hendricken runners right behind. But Holden Vaughn, who's our top seed with a best of 14.54, trying to break away early here. He's approaching 600 around 141. So right now going at sub 410 pace. Again, he comes in with a seed time of 4:14.45. Looks very comfortable, pushing the pace up front. And about a 35-meter lead on the chase pack.
This is the final call for the hurdles and dash. Hurdles and dash, that's the next event.
And that's Troy Silvestri and Wilson Jablonski of Bishop Hendricken holding those
This is the final piece of 1,500. We'll need to put the
next
hurdles
two
out on the
spots.
lanes after that.
2:51 after 1,000 meters for Holden Vaughn.
I'm missing one hurdler from Hendricken. I'm missing catch people from Proud, Exeter, Hendricken, Barrington, and Rogers. So if any of those people are here, we need you to check in, please.
3:26 with 300 meters to go. Holden Vaughn, our leader from the start. So at the gun lap, about 3:44 passed on the clock. And Holden Vaughn, our winner. 4:18.86 for Holden Vaughn. Troy Silvestri getting second. Actually, that was Wilson Jablonski getting second. 4:29.48. Troy Silvestri, 4:29.51 for third. Let's keep it around. You can tell them about that mask.
There were kids behind them.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Our kids
Yeah, I
and
get it.
us freak out because of what happened.
Is that him doing the hurdle straight ahead? Behind near the pole vault? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna move that long jump camera in a second, alright? Maybe get one more jumper in after this guy here. Actually, just leave it there for a minute because you're gonna do a lot of jumpers. Probably on the lot.
I got him like 3 times though. Yeah.
He only has 3 jumps.
Not 3 times. First, yeah. I think one of them was a practice though. So I'm gonna keep it on the high.
Alright, so go to the high if that goes there. I'm gonna take that camera and put it.
Okay, next on the track will be the 55-meter hurdles. 2 heats scheduled. In the first heat, we have 3 competitors scheduled to start. Ethan Knight of Barrington, Clinton Hopkins of Barrington, and Anthony Bucco of Woonsocket. So right there we have the high jump. Our camera's on the high jump, and that's Barrington going for the attempt. Don't know quite how high that bar is. And again, just 3 competitors here in the first heat. Ethan Knight, Clinton Hopkins, and Anthony Bucco. And the Barrington teammates getting the first 2 positions. Clinton Hopkins, 10.85. Ethan Knight, 10.89. And Anthony Bucco, 11.79. And our final heat, just 2 heats in the 55-meter hurdles. Christian Gemma of Exeter West Greenwich, Aiden Jones of South Kingstown, Eli Terrell of Barrington, Jackson Duffy of Barrington, Luke Mead of Bishop Hendricken, Kirkor Kazabian of South Kingstown, and Josiah Narr of Bishop Hendricken. Duffy holding our top seeded time, 8.50. And it does look like Duffy did win that race, and he did. 8.29 for Jackson Duffy of Barrington. Luke Mead, 8.51. Luke being from Hendricken. And Eli Terrell of Barrington, 8.95. On the track now will be 3 heats of the 55-meter dash. Scheduled for heat number 1, Anthony Bucco of Woonsocket, Noah DeSantis of the Prout School, Noah Slitt of the Prout School, and Aiden Skids of the Prout School. Kristen Cornerton of Rogers, Nathan Beach of Exeter West Greenwich, and Matthew Eamon Fatano of the Prout School. So Amo Fatano of the Prout School in heat number 7. And again, those are our scheduled runners in these heats. We have had a few scratches throughout the day.
Check in 600,
Check in 600.
So heat number 1 of the 55-meter dash. So on the track now is heat number 2 of the 55-meter dash. Michael Sapita of Johnston, Will Farley of Rogers, A.J. Montero of Bishop Hendricken, Tommy Francis of Bishop Hendricken, Keegan Gasparo of Barrington, Hunter Mumford of Exeter West Greenwich, Todd Schofield of Exeter West Greenwich, and Isaiah Carter of South Kingstown. Our top seed, Tommy Francis of Hendricken. He's in lane number 4. And it looked like Will Farley of Rogers winning that heat. We'll find out in a minute. And he did, 7.25. Francis, 7.26 for second. And as you can see, we have our cameras on the high jump. That's Johnston right there. So on the track now is the final heat of the 55-meter dash. Luke Mead of Hendricken in lane number 1. Jacob Kopish of Hendricken, lane number 2. Matt Burns of South Kingstown, lane number 3. Joey Garini of Westerly, lane number 4. Franz Eliasson of Rogers, lane number 5. Thomas McAdams of Barrington, lane number 6. Dylan Walker of Rogers, lane number 7. And Aaron Brady of Barrington, lane number 8. Granieri of Westerly in lane number 4. Our top seed, 6.90. And a very close race. Too tough to call from this spot.
Check in 300. Check in 300.
And it is Granieri of Westerly winning, 6.89. Kopish of Hendricken, 6.93. And Matt Burns of South Kingstown, 6.98. So next on the track, we will have the 600. There's 3 heats there. Scheduled for the first heat, Ryan Martley of Burrville, Nathan Emofatano of the Proud School, Thomas Carroll of Exeter West Greenwich, Joe Trombino of the Proud School, Aiden Fry of Exeter West Greenwich, Ben Slitt of the Proud School, and Parker Brown of Rogers. And right over there we have the high jump. And just to let you know about tomorrow, Moses Brown sophomore Sophia Goriaran will be competing in an American Track League meet against pros in the 800-meter run. She's going to be attempting to make the Olympic trial standard for the 800 That standard is 202.5. Sophia has a best of 202.90, and she has simply been on fire this winter, including last week running 127.05 for 600 meters at the 757 Showdown in Virginia, winning that race and also setting a national sophomore record of 1 minute and 27.02 seconds. Keep in mind, Sophia is just a sophomore. She is just 15 years old, and she has a very good chance of getting that Olympic trials standard tomorrow against a pro field. That race will be on ESPN. The meet will be on ESPN from 3 to 5. So Sophia Goriaran is going for an Olympic trial standard tomorrow. And to be honest, I think she has a very good chance of getting it, especially after what we saw in that 600 last week. So the first heat of 3 heats in the 600 is now underway. And that's Parker Brown of Rogers taking control here. He's listed as having a seed time of 3:25. My guess is that's a typo. So at the gun lap, that's Parker Brown of Rogers, about 68 seconds. And Nathan Amo Fatano of the Prout School right there in second. But Parker Brown, our leader from the beginning, winning this race about 1:45. We'll get the official time. 1:45.80 for Parker Brown. Nathan coming in second, 1:48.29. Ryan Martley, 1:49.78. And we have section 2 coming up of 3 in the 600. Jacob Nafay of Bishop Hendricken, Andrew Harris of Barrington, Michael Garman of the Prout School, Charles Stockwell of Barrington, Braden Corbett of South Kingstown, Brody Shiles of South Kingstown, John Gingerella of Westerly, Colin Boisvert of Burville, and Garrett Daly of Burville. And Jacob Nafay in lane number 1 for Hendricken, the top seed in this race, 1:34.20 seed time. And that's Hendricken going for the attempt there in the high jump and clearing that attempt. And I believe that was John Santos. Okay, heat number 2 underway here in the 600. And that's Jacob Nafe. About 32 seconds on the clock. Barrington's Andrew Harris and Charles Stockwell right there in the next two positions. And at the 400, about 63 seconds, we have a close race. So Nafe holding the lead from the beginning, winning this race. $135.32. Stockwell coming in second, 135.97, and Andrew Harris of Barrington, 137.04. Stockwell from Barrington and Nafe from Hendricken. And finally on the track, the third of three heats. Our top seed, Antonio Capalbo of South Kingstown, Tanner Kelly of Westerly, Jake Selfellini of Barrington, James Reed of South Kingstown, Jake Sierra of Westerly, Jackson Montour of Barrington, Evan McGregor of Bishop Hendricken, Brandon Tallardi of Westerly, and Hayden Clare of Bishop Hendricken. Capalbo, our top seed, 126.92. That currently ranks number 2 in the state, behind Mahari Nate of Juanita Sanchez, who ran 125.82 in week number 1. And our final heat of the 600 is now underway. And that's Wesley out in front, I believe Tanner Kelly. About 28 seconds after 200. 27, 28 seconds. Tanner Kelly and Jake Sierra.
In 1,000, check in 1,000.
About 56 seconds after 400. And that's Westerly going to work up front. And I believe that's Jake Sierra winning. 126.88. Antonio Capalbo coming on strong late in the race, 127.13 for second, and Tanner Kelly, 127.40. So Jake Sierra moving up to number 2 in the state now with that 126.88 clocking. And next on the track we'll have the 300. 4 heats of the 300. Scheduled in the first heat, Quinn Murphy of Rogers, Chris Connerton of Rogers, Matthew Amofatano of the Proud School, Aiden Skids of the Proud School, and Noah DeSantis. Skids with our top time in this heat. He's in lane number 5, 44.95. But again, these are our scheduled starters. We do have quite a few scratches throughout the day. Okay, we have been told that the high jump bar has been moved to 6'4". So I believe John Santos still in this event. And again, the first heat right here of the 300. And I believe that's Aiden Skids of the Proud School out there in front.
Probably going to jump out.
Actually, Noah DeSantis of the Proud School, 46.64 for the win. And again, our high jump, as you can see, the bar is at 6'4". And I believe John Santos is our jumper from Hendricken, the defending state champion.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, heat number 2, getting ready for the 300. Michael Sapita of Johnson, Noah Slitt of the Proud School, Todd Schofield of Exeter West Greenwich, Will Farley of Rogers, and A.J. Montero of Hendricken. Farley owning our top seed in this heat, 41.26. He's in lane number 5. And a close race here between Farley and A.J. Montero of Hendricken. But Farley holding on for the win. 40.13, 40.99 for Montero. So as you can see, right up against the wall, John Santos right there. And he is attempting 6-4. Hitting the bar on the way up. Okay, on the track now, the third heat of 4 in the 300. Kamali Pemberton of Bishop Hendricken, Dylan Walker of Rogers, Nicholas Gelino of South Kingstown, Aaron Brady of Barrington, and Hunter Mumford of Exeter West Greenwich. So Brady in lane number 5, 39.52. That's the fastest time in this heat. But it does look like we have 2 scratches. That's Kamali Pemberton of Hendricken out front, but not for long. Barrington's Aaron Brady. $39.87 to take that heat. Mumford of Exeter West Greenwich, 39.96, and then Pemberton of Hendricken, 40.64. And last on the track in the 300, Will Sanchez of Barrington, Andrew Blazewitz of Barrington, Nicholas Ark of Barrington, Joey Garini of Westerly, and Braden Duran of Bishop Hendricken. So Garini holding our top seeded time, 36.48. He is the only runner under 38 seconds in this heat. Not an easy race to run on a flat track, the 300. This is our last heat. And that's Hendricken's Brandon Duran. But Garini coming on strong. Is he going to catch him at the end? Duran holding on for the win. 36.81. Garnieri, 36.88. So this our second of 3 meets here at the PCTA, the Dwyer division. We're coming up to the last 2 events. On the track now is the 1,000-meter run. There's 2 heats. Caleb Schultz of Barrington, Ethan Sweet of the Proud School, Robbie Davis of Barrington, Drew Terrell of South Kingstown, Camden Kylie of Westerly, Jacob Delsato of Westerly, Justin Vasera of South Kingstown, Joseph Murdoch of Westerly, Joe Trombino of the Proud School, and Nicholas Angel of Exeter West Greenwich scheduled to run in this first heat.
Good job, buddy. 3681. I want to be right here for a minute, okay? Yep. Awesome job.
Okay, 1 through 7, go down there. 8, 9, 10 with me.
So we'll have, again, 2 heats of the 1,000. And after this event, the 4x400, which would conclude our second of 2 meets here at the PCTA. Caleb Schultz, our top runner in this field, in this heat, 304.92. So he's our top runner in this heat. We have the seated section coming up after this race. And Caleb Schultz in lane number 1. And that's Ethan Sweet of the Prout School. Actually, that is Drew Terrell, I believe, of South Kingstown out in front. Actually, Justin Becerra of South Kingstown out there in the lead. Okay, we just received word that tomorrow's girls' meet has been canceled due to the snowstorm that we're expecting. So tomorrow's Bayhay, Dwyer, and Headley Division meet has been canceled. Don't know when that will be rescheduled, but it has been canceled due to the snowstorm. The girls meet tomorrow here at the PCTA. So Justin Becerra, and that's Caleb Schultz out there in front in heat number 1 of the 1,000. And they're approaching 600 meters, about 145, 146 on the clock. So Schultz trying to break away here. He's got a lap and a half remaining.
I'm just not really sure I can hold
So Schultz, our leader right here. He has built on his lead the last 2 laps. Justin Becerra of South Kingstown holding on to second right now. But Schultz winning this heat, 301.91.
Yeah.
So next on the track is the seated section, heat number 2 of the 1,000. Scheduled in this heat, Antonio Capalbo of South Kingstown, Evan Reynolds of Bishop Hendricken, Ryan Dyer and Troy Silvestri of Hendricken, Will Ballard of South Kingstown, Drew Paskanek of Woonsocket, Holden Vaughan of Barrington, Michael Camacho of Exeter West Greenwich, Adam Copel of Barrington, Blake Skikes of the Prout School, Nicholas Cozzolino of Westerly, and Michael Garman of the Prout School. Not sure if Capalbo is in this heat. He would have been our top seed, but you gotta understand that Evan Reynolds is also in this heat, and he's certainly capable of winning. And Capalbo is in this heat. He did run the 600 earlier. And right there in lane 2, Evan Reynolds, who right now holds our top seed in both the 3K and the 1500. So we do have 3 scratches in this race. 9 runners on the line. Keep an eye on Hendricken's Evan Reynolds with fresh legs, and as expected, Evan taking the lead. So about 31 seconds. Look for him to run consistent 31, 32 second laps here. That would get him under 240, which I'm sure he's aiming for. Antonio Capalbo right there in second. And that's Holden Vaughan of Barrington in third. Holding our 1500 winner. So Evan Reynolds setting the pace here. Capalbo right there in second. Holden Vaughan in third. .600 meters, about 136, so consistent 32 second laps for Evan Reynolds, and he is picking up the pace here on the backstretch and increasing his lead over Capalbo. Holden Vaughan holding on to that third position, and Michael Camacho of Exeter West Greenwich in fourth. So at the gun lap, about 2:09 on the clock for Evan Reynolds. Capalbo, Vaughn, and Camacho. But Evan Reynolds, a convincing winner here with a strong last lap. He's going to be right around 239.24 for Evan Reynolds. Capalbo 245.61 and Holden Vaughn 245.77. So one race remaining here on the track in the Dwyer division, the 4x400, and we have 6 teams scheduled for this heat. The Prout School, Westerly, Rogers, Bishop Hendricken, South Kingstown, and Barrington. South Kingstown holding our top seeded time, 245.30. So again, tomorrow's meet, the girls' Bayhay, Dwyer, and Headley division meets have been canceled due to the snowstorm. Not sure when they're going to be rescheduled, but they have been canceled for tomorrow. So as you can see on our bottom right corner of the screen, we have 6 teams in this heat: the Proud School, Westerly, Rogers, Bishop Hendricken, South Kingstown, and Barrington. And our 4x400, the meet ending event here at the Dwyer division, is now 1 lap old. That's Hendricken and South Kingstown in those first 2 positions. South Kingstown taking the lead on the next exchange, on the second exchange. South Kingstown and Hendricken retaking the lead here on the backstretch. Westerly in third. So Hendricken, South Kingstown, and Westerly. And a back and forth race up here up front. Westerly, South Kingstown retaking the lead. These 2 teams have been going back and forth so far. So a very close race at the midway point. South Kingstown trying to build on its lead. South Kingstown, Bishop Hendricken, and Hendricken getting back in the lead. Like I said, this has been going back and forth throughout this race. A very strong leg by the Hendricken runner. To give the Hawks the lead again. And Hendricken building on its lead. About a 4-second lead over South Kingstown at this point. But South Kingstown not going away easy. So Hendricken and a fast charging South Kingstown gaining ground. South Kingstown, Hendricken. South Kingstown taking the lead. Fantastic leg by South Kingstown's anchor to win this race. 344.16. 344.35 for Hendricken. So a back and forth race turns in South Kingstown's favor with just 30 meters remaining. So that's the final event here in the Dwyer division. Next up at 12:30 will be the Headley division, so that will conclude the meets today. And again, tomorrow's meet has been canceled. But that's it for this. For the Dwyer division, we will have the Headley division coming up in about a half an hour.